In this episode, we're going to talk about why you should start dipping your toes into the world of NFTs and what branding activation opportunities are there.
With so many different platforms,
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter,
and their purposes evolving daily, navigating social media can be, well, complicated. Welcome to the Social Media Sucks podcast from Cupco.
Social media. Really sucks.
Where we unpack the latest trends and help remove the suck from social media.
Welcome back to the Social Media Sucks podcast, you guys. You're tuning in for those in marketing and to get what's happening in the ever-changing social media landscape. And today with me, on my right-hand side, we have our lead strategist, Andy Demian.
Hey guys.
And on my left-hand side is our evergreen, ever happy, ever in a good spirit CEO, Chris Covenus. Say hi.
I like how you would say hi.
Come on, say hi.
She's doing
Go,
this because
Chris.
I'm not
Go,
very happy
Chris.
today.
Why are you not
Hi.
happy, Chris? Short. Give us the short version. What
I'm
happened?
getting ripped off. Somebody stole some money from me in
Not
my
money, but-
crypto wallet. And I'm trying to figure out who it is. It's bloody impossible, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
So this is a good episode, actually. This is good timing
It's
because
very
I
relevant.
am extremely angry. I probably don't show it, but I'm extremely angry, and we're going to unpack what are NFTs. And I'm going to be the guy that's
Contra.
contra to maybe what everybody thinks and says, and I'm going to be that guy today because
But that's
I'm
nice.
pissed.
Yeah, we have a pro and against, and then I'm just gonna try to neutralize you mostly, I think. Well, so Andy, please explain to us what is short terms. What is an NFT?
An NFT is basically any piece of art or visual. Actually, I don't know how to
It's like
summarize it.
Could be just a
non-fungible.
digital
It's-
asset.
It's a digital asset that's non-fungible,
Fungible.
and not fungible,
Non-fakeable. That's what it means. Non-fungible, like it basically means
Yeah.
Everything is
secure.
non-fungible.
Yeah, right.
These are
Secure my ass.
non-fungible tokens.
Yes, exactly.
That could be basically anything that's a digital asset backed up
Right.
by a piece of
Yeah.
blockchain code,
Yeah.
basically.
a
Yeah.
unique piece
Yeah.
of token. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's mostly just like JPEGs that people just like, put through an AI filter that just makes a bunch of shit and then gives you a bored ape that looks like everybody else's fucking bored ape.
I like Bored Apes.
Yeah? They look like, oh yeah, it's real creative.
I think it looks cool.
Sorry, I'm the asshole today.
So why should an average internet user care about how they appear on social media and present themselves on social media? What opportunities could an NFTs bring to them on social media? Why does it matter, basically?
I think we all care about how we are presented, either it's in real life or online. And I think social media just made, self-presentation even more important for us. So I think the NFTs could play different roles in terms of, starting from your profile picture, that being maybe, one of the Bored Apes that you own if you're mega rich. Or it can be anything when we go into the metaverse and, who equips the coolest new Nike collab shoes that are essentially just an NFT.
Yeah.
Chris is very unhappy.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't agree.
No, I mean, like you put it, like why should people matter? But it's a show off thing right now, and I think it's a
luxury.
It's a super luxury.
Yeah.
We're talking about pieces of digital asset that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars mostly. You're seeing NFTs out there that it's like, who has $50,000 just to drop on a JPEG? I don't, and I'm a fairly well-off guy, and I'm not going to go do that. It's really a financial instrument. It's a stock trade. It's a piece of art that you can write off as a tax write-off, and that's how a lot of people are using it right now. And I think a lot of people might mask it or like try to see the brighter side of it, which is like it's a collectible, it's a piece, it's a product, it's an asset that you can sell with another thing. If that's the case, then it shouldn't be worth $50,000 because that basically takes it out of the market of any normal person to buy, right? So I think, like, for example, Hot Wheels had like a collectible thing. McDonald's did like a McRib thing, which is actually quite attainable for most people, which is good. And I think like the nice side of those NFTs is like when it's obtainable, when you can buy a pair of Nikes in the
The
metaverse.
accessibility is there.
Yeah, it has to be accessible. Right now, I don't see that. Right now, I see a lot of crypto nerds that are buying these things for super insane pricing, and it's a show-off thing, and it's also a art investment thing. And I don't feel like it's supposed to feel mainstream and supposed to feel sort of like, attainable, but it's not in my mind.
I mean, I agree, and I also don't agree. And I agree in the sense that yes, it's very exclusive at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that's also what makes it kind of interesting. Like the only reason why I think, probably one of the only reasons why I think the outside of them looking cool, and why I'm not just like scrolling through if I see, for example, a Bored Ape piece online somewhere, is because I know that it's like mega expensive. That's also what makes limited sneakers, limited cars, anything that's limited more interesting to the mainstream and to all of us who can't afford it, because it's aspirational, right?
Yeah, but a limited sneaker,
It's a
like a pair of
statement.
Yeezys were a limited sneaker.
Yeah.
And you could grab some for like $1,500 to $3,000,
Yeah.
depending on. We're not talking about $400,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
It's still
also,
tangible.
and also, it was collectors that were selling it. Like, I think brands have to be very, very careful in this, that they don't look like they're just going for cash grab, that they're
That's true.
releasing something that is, for the consumer. Because right now, for me, it looks like it's for traders.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
for
It is.
stock traders. Like, that's what it looks like to me, because of the aspects of the financial transaction
Yeah.
and the financial instrument of value. Like, it doesn't look for fans. It's not looking like, oh, this is something we really want to do for our hardcore fans, so we're releasing this limited edition sweater or something like that. It seems like it's a bit too scammy to me.
Let's explore that. Actually, you said you coined not you coined this term, but you said money grab. Actually, that's very interesting. Like, brands don't want to look like as they are, just want to benefit whatever and profit off their fans in that way, in that sense. But how do you think it will add value to the brand, like NFTs? Is there anything you think that could be used in this case?
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems, or actually not the problems, but like one of the things with anything that we own in the physical world is that it's outside of images and videos. It's actually quite difficult to show that we have that with our online presence. Like, you can't equip it with your online persona, let's say. You can't show it off in the online space. And I think, for example, Adidas did a quite cool collab where once you basically bought the NFT, you also got early access to some sneakers, let's say. So then in that case, you get an NFT, but you also get the
Some
physical
tangible-
product
tangible
the
stuff,
tangible
yeah.
side of things that comes with it. So suddenly you're not only able to wear the sneakers, but you're also able to sort of like equip your digital persona with whatever NFT came with that pair of sneakers, right? So I think how brands can use it is sort of just like make themselves sort of relevant and interesting again, and sort of like add some excitement to services and products that otherwise already exist, and sort of add like a new layer of value that also applies in the digital world and not just like in the physical one.
Right. Don't you think, though, that like just like wearing like a fake Rolex or wearing a fake pair of Nikes or wearing, don't you think like this aspect of brands and branding, like, don't you think that's just going to be happening in the digital world? Like, and will that matter then to own the NFT? And will it matter to have the real thing for those people? Like,
I think it will, to be honest. Like, and maybe I'm just like very superficial, but like I think to me it would matter, because a lot of social media platforms are already talking about like integrating like NFT tracking, or like ways of tracking the originality of certain files. And you would be able to see like, okay, if this guy's profile picture is like, you know, a Bored Ape, then is this the actual NFT or not? And if I would check
how
it,
could you do that?
I think they're gonna make it visible somehow.
Yeah. But
Like-
it seems like, but doesn't it seem like then it's gone too far? Like, digital, in my mind, like the best thing about where the internet changed everything was that scarcity became less. Like, you didn't have to go to the record store to get the record. You didn't have to go to the Louvre to see
Yeah, it made the information accessible.
like to see the pieces of art that are there. Like, it made everything accessible in a bigger way and sort of like didn't limit things.
Yeah.
And I feel like the next version of the internet actually goes the other way.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if that's a good thing. I think like they say that Web 3.0 is going to be, which NFTs fit into, is going to be, you know, much broader and anybody can own the internet. But I don't see it going that way. I see like ultra rich people owning the internet.
Yeah.
And basically big financial firms that own the pipes. They own this. They own Decentraland. They own like these big VCs, these big, you know, financial organizations are the ones that are actually funding these projects. And so that just like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook and there's a lot of VCs and banks. And so I don't see it as a
good thing.
I don't see, I don't, well, not a good thing or bad thing, but I don't see it as like this hurrah, decentralized database.
Like new age.
I don't see it that way. I see it like actually limiting the internet to like, oh, that JPEG that you used, that's not the real one. Poo-ha on you. Like, you know, like, well, fuck, that was what's so great about the internet is you could take a goddamn meme, post it on your own profile, and people would be like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, that meme is not the original fucking meme. Take it down, you motherfucker.
No, but I think
and it's like, well, what?
Hateful
Are we coming to that place now where it's like we have to validate whether or not a JPEG on the internet is real? Like,
okay. I think you are bringing up like an interesting crossroad because you're talking about like the philosophy behind internet, and I think that's a two-sided thing because I think what NFTs are about at the moment at least, and Web 3.0 is about is like better self-expression digitally most of the time. But I think what's really great about the internet is that it made information and knowledge accessible worldwide to anyone who has access to the World Wide Web, right? And I think that's why, you know, humanity is able to, you know, advance at this incredible pace as we are able to do at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think that is not hurt by NFTs, but I also understand where you're going with this, and I also understand that like it creates a tension or like a culture that is not necessarily healthy from like the society's perspective. But I think on that note, until, you know, having a original NFT as a profile pic or until it becomes like the norm that you have to have something branded and like, you know, OG on you in Web 3.0, until that point, I think nobody's going to, you know, point fingers at you because you are like the poor kid that doesn't have the, you know, coolest NFT in class. I think once NFTs become mainstream, they are also going to become more accessible because they will have to become more accessible. If you think about it, personal computers were also not accessible in the beginning. They were like really expensive. Only big corporations and like real geeks had access to personal computers. And then the phase came when one of your friends had a personal computer and like all your friends went there to play with it. And then after that, bam, like we don't even care. Like also there was a phase, at least, you know, in Europe where like having a MacBook was like sort of exclusive and cool.
Yeah,
and
just
now
having
like,
an iPhone,
and now
AirPods,
it's like,
whatever.
Now it's like everybody has one of
text
these.
just becomes more
And
saturated.
that's the same with iPhone. Like before, like if you had an iPhone, you were like, oh, someone, like,
the
you know, that was sort of like a status
first touch
thing.
phones even.
And now it's like nobody cares.
but these are real, like, versus digital assets.
But that's the same evolution, I think, that will happen.
Yeah, but digital assets, there's no scarcity on.
Yeah.
Now they're making scarcity on digital assets, and I think that's where it's actually anti what the internet is about.
I mean, that's the
And
philosophy
interesting,
behind, right?
Like that's the philosophical, philosophical.
Like that's always
angle.
debatable.
Yeah.
Like
so,
this is capitalism. Like,
yeah.
I think it's just that.
Are you
I'm
excited?
just a socialist today, guys. Normally I'm a capitalist, but today I'm a
Are
socialist.
you excited to see then where it's headed?
No, fuck no. I hate this bullshit.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about.
Chris is laughing because I just threw him a look.
Yeah. Like, you threw him the get on the podcast. Get out of whatever land you're in.
Just hateful today.
Yes, I'm
I've
hateful.
never seen this side of you.
I'm so pissed.
I understand. I would be so
pissed because
pissed.
somebody stole $1,000 from me.
I would be pissed too.
Wouldn't you be pissed? Those people who are listening,
Leave
if
a
somebody
comment,
stole
yes
you
or no.
$1,000 from your crypto wallet, wouldn't you be like, what the hell?
But
And
then
be super pissed about it?
that's something you want to see, right? The direction of this digital security. Then
I want to
instance.
see security on it for sure. Like, I want to
and
see
more
like
human interaction, maybe.
more.
even.
Yeah, I want to see that. Like, I have no recourse right now for figuring out who the hell stole $1,000 from me and actually taking them to court or doing anything about this. Whereas if it was in a normal fucking bank, I would have some recourse. Now I don't, and I don't like it. And I think it's a huge flaw in the system, and it's nothing new. I'm not the first person to bring this up, but it's like, if you want to make this crypto journey, NFT bullshit that we're on acceptable and interesting, you better make it secure. Otherwise, I'm out.
Yeah.
And right now I'm
from
sitting
one
on the
bad
outside.
experience, because we are dealing
And I've
with
had
real
good
money. I mean,
experiences,
it's
like, I've
nobody
had-
likes to lose money, or
No,
I mean, if it's just
it's-
internet credit, then fine, it is what it is. But it's actually
Yeah,
real money.
and this is going to come down the pipeline. People are going to spend money, real money, on their McRib NFT, and then it's going to be zero because the crypto market goes down, or somebody steals the motherfucker, and you have no recourse. I just spent $1,000 on a McRib NFT, guys, and no, I didn't do that, and now it's gone. It's not in my wallet. I do not have the token, and I have no recourse because this is the Wild West we're in. And I think this is going to continue to happen, and there's going to be more and more cases.
Yeah.
Like Kim Kardashian just getting sued because of her pump and dump cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And we're just going to see more and more. And so, and that's going to make our job difficult as marketers actually selling this idea. And because I do honestly think there is a interesting aspect of this that is more altruistic and more interesting and better for the brand, and an ability to have, something specifically like on the land side where you can actually buy virtual land now. I really think that's a smart move for any brand out there to actually buy some land in Decentraland or in Sandbox or something like that, because you can actually stand up a game, you can stand up a virtual office in these places. So I just think there's a lot of opportunity, but if this continues to go down this route of, bullshit, no law, like Wild West, then, it's not good.
I get that. Like, a lot of people want regulation, and then a lot of people are against regulations. But I think, it's unavoidable. Like, there will be regulations around it, and hopefully you don't have to worry at one
It has to be
point.
now. It's getting so fast now, like with everything.
Yeah,
it has to
that's
be
true.
now. It can't be like it will be. It has to be this second.
And it has to be with your $1,000.
Yes. My $1,000.
Do you have anything to add for the next predictions for NFT? Just a little positive note.
I mean, I think NFTs will start gaining momentum, and I think as soon as they're gonna start hitting the mainstream, more and more brands will pop on. And I think already now there are, as also you mentioned, like there are so many positives to it, and so many
Flaws.
different interesting.
Also
Not-
flaws, but
also
I mean, there's,
flaws,
there's
yeah, but
both
like-
sides of the coin. Definitely.
Yeah, but I think I'm just like a positive person. Like,
yeah.
I think
You didn't lose for $1,000.
Yeah, that's true. I think
Well,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's-
make you lose that. I'm gonna hack your wallet tomorrow, and then you'll be on the same side as me.
And we'll redo the episode.
I don't have a wallet at the moment, so
Okay.
I'm. It's easy for me to talk actually.
Sorry to interrupt you, but what do you? Please continue.
Yeah, so-
finish your thought about the opportunities.
Yeah, so I think there are just like a lot of great opportunities, and NFTs allow for ultimate creativity to come alive, and that's something that I think brands should look into.
Yeah.
I personally can't wait for the time when we get engaged in a branded NFT project.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
imagine how cool it would be to have that pin as an NFT.
Yeah. Why not?
I think it would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. But it is the Wild West, so we're just looking forward to see where it will go. So thank you guys for sharing, and I will just quickly summarize this heated debate about the good and the bad about NFTs. And obviously, we see a huge we see potential in the NFTs as they already start to develop and brands using it without being, it being money grabs, but actually add value to it and increase their brand awareness and value. And of course, there's obviously some flaws and backside when it's new technology and improvement. It's developments, not improvement, but developments that it's not secure enough as Chris experienced today.
Yeah, and it's too expensive.
Yeah, and it's it's not as accessible as it should be
man.
for now, but it will come hopefully. And let's see what the future brings for NFTs. And at least we're as marketers looking forward to see if we can tap in on this new development in tech. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe, comment, like, dislike, give your feedback, your thoughts to us, and we'll be looking forward to read those. It really brings value to our podcast here. And we also do want to improve.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Tune in for the next one.
Adios.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
This has been the Social Media Sucks Podcast.